to start as early as possible. I am trying to record it. The recording has been started, and let's start by sharing the screen. I have already introduced myself, and you people have also introduced yourself in a short audio. Therefore, without wasting any time, I would like to start from the content of this training. Uh, Basically, this training is about the purposeful utilization of SPSS 27. And today is the training day one, and we are covering the basic level. Uh, I have divided this training into three sessions, session 1, 2, and 3. I have already defined the syllabus of this training to you people. I have shared the syllabus of this whole training session, that how the training will be executed and how the syllabus will be covered. So let's review just a bird eye view of the syllabus of this whole training. uh, I have divided the SPSS into three parts: the basic, the intermediate, and the advanced level. In the same way, I have divided the training of AMS into three parts: the basic, the intermediate, and the advanced. And in the same way, I has divided the smart PLS training into four parts: the basic, the intermediate, the advanced, and the CBSM. And the date have been mentioned in front of you. I also have told you the detailed contents of SPSS, that what will we cover today. You can see in the first box what will we cover tomorrow, that is shown in this orange box, and what will we cover on Sunday, that is being shown you on this blue box. Next, I would like to tell you what we would cover in the intermediate level of SPSS. Like in the 3 days of intermediate level, we cover these contents. And at the advanced level, we will basically focus the process by Hayes, simple moderation, simple mediation, process by Hayes. And I will also let you know how to determine your sample size using rule of thumb, G power, and other methods. For the people who want to discuss anything, I would give you the 10 minutes in the last part of this training, where you can ask the question that you would like to ask regarding this training. uh, so let me start the today's part of the training, the today's content of the training. Let me start this. I have divided the today's part of the training into basically three subsessions. The session one will be start from 6 p.m. to 6:40 p.m. The session two will start from 6:50 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The session three will start from 7:40 p.m. and we will end up on 8:20 p.m. Basically, the purpose of this division is that you people will never get bored from this training, and we have some short tasks during this training sessions that will be given to you in order to get your learning experience, that how much you have learned, how much you have gained from this training. So you will be given a small task in each session to have an idea that how much you have learned. You will also be provided time for asking question. If you have any type of questions, you will be provided the opportunity. All right, so these are basically the contents of session one. In the session one, from 6:40, sorry, 6 p.m. to 6:40 p.m., I would like to I would like to tell you about data management and data entry of questionnaire survey in SPSS. In the segment one, I would like to tell you about the SPSS environment and data management, especially for those people who are newcomers in this training session. In the segment two, I would like to let you know how to create the code book for close-ended questionnaires. And in the segment three, I would like to let you know how to value the labels and how to design the level of measurement for demographic variables and other variables. And then I will give you a small drill. So let's start from session one, segment one. The segment one is about the overview of SPSS environment and data management. In this segment, this is a small piece of segment. I will let you know how to understand the screen layout and tools, menu bars, opening and saving files and data, and understanding the output window. So let's start from the SPSS and learn how to deal with it. So in this case, I would like to let you know uh, the SPSS. I think I need to install it. Can we take a minute? Let me tell you the other things instead of it, because we need to install the software. Yesterday, while dealing with the software, maybe I have uninstall it in a hurry, but I will install it again. Those who could not install it have the opportunity to learn how to install this software again. Actually, there was a problem in my system, and due to which I need to uninstall it for a couple of minutes. But I have resolved the problem, but I need to install the software again. And in due course, when it will download, I will discuss with other concepts like what is questionnaire, what is adopted, and other scale of measurements. So I would like to share with you. This is the first day training material. First, I would like to know what is questionnaire, what is adopted questionnaire, what is adapted questionnaire. There are different categories of questionnaire. So first of all, I would like to share with you that how to deal with the survey questionnaire. When we see a study, like you can see a research paper in front of you. There is a research paper in front of you. You can see here. There is a research paper in front of you. You can see there is a research model, how these concepts are applied over here, how these are measured over here, and how can we estimate a model. Simply when we are applying a primary data study, we need to have some measurements, and we need to have some questionnaires. You can see that a good questionnaire might include the demographic part, like gender, like age, like education, like income, and different options for those demographic variables. And we need to have some constructs, you can say variables, like perceived informativeness, perceived persuasiveness, social presence, trust towards site remembers, trust towards site, purchase intention, etc. These are basically the concepts or constructs for which we need some items, we need some statements. So when you see a research paper, they might provide a questionnaire at the end, or at least the statement at the end of that research paper. I would like to show you these are basically the statement which are used in a questionnaire. So in the first part, the researcher need to provide the demographic information that he or she is going to ask from the respondent, and then he need to ask some statement from their respondent. So with every construct, you see some statements. So when you adopt a questionnaire and you adopt each and every statement in the same way as it is provided in their questionnaire for your study, so you are adopting a questionnaire. But when you change some part of the questionnaire, uh, you basically are adapting, so you need to understand that there is a difference between adopted scale and adapted scale. There is an issue with this. Okay, don't worry. I would like to give you some parts on it, and I will sort out this issue in the break time. All right. So these are the statement of a questionnaire which are usually provided at the end of every research paper. So when you adopt a survey research, you need to check whether you are adopting the same statement and you want to change it or not. If you adopt the same statement and you does not change any part of it, it will become adopted, adopted, adopted. And if you change some statement of these items, these statements, according to the requirement of your study, it will become adapted, ADEP. Can everybody hear me? There is a load shedding in Pakistan. The time for load shedding has started. That's why the network was interrupted. So I am starting again from my last point, and I am recording again. All right, I am sharing the screen again. I was telling about how a questionnaire is being selected, whether you are considering it as a adopted scale or adapted scale, and what is the concept of code book, how it is utilized, and how you create a code book. So first you need to see a questionnaire. I am showing an exemplified questionnaire in front of you. You can see that in the first part of a survey questionnaire, because this training is related to quantitative primary data research. Quantitative primary data research means that we are conducting a survey, we are collecting data from the survey. So we need to understand how a questionnaire survey is adopted or adapted or basically used in your study. So you need to understand that first part of a survey questionnaire consists of demographic detail. You need to ask about the gender of your respondent. You need to ask his or her age. You need to ask the marital status. You need to ask about other information related to that particular respondent. So the first segment of a survey questionnaire related to the demographic detail of the respondent. The next part of the survey questionnaire consists of the actual variable, the information related to your actual variable, whether you are using independent variable, dependent variable. You need to ask some predefined or predefined statements or questions that you have adopted from any study that I have shown you, that you can adopt the statement from your base study, your base papers. This is the second part of a survey questionnaire. In this case, how to create a code book. In the code book, you need to decide that how will you codify the demographic detail and your dependent or independent variable. How will you measure it? Because a software will understand only the digits. There is a question: if we use same model and questionnaire, then it will accept in good journal. Do we need to mention citation references for the statement? Yes, when we adopt uh, a questionnaire or a previous study, we need to cite that we have adopted this study, but that base study need to be a high impact study, or or it should be published in high impact journal, so as to use in your study as a base paper or as a reference model. You can use it. uh, I am requesting the participant to ask the question at the end, when I will provide a separate time for it. But you can note down what type of question you are asking. You can note down it. I will elaborate. So first, I have told you about the questionnaire, that the first part of the questionnaire consists of the demographic detail that is related to your respondent. You are asking about the personal detail of your respondent. Uh, in the same way, you ask some statement or questions related to your dependent or independent variable from your respondent. That is the second segment of a questionnaire. Then you codify that detail, that how uh, the software will understand the data. Software actually understand the numerical detail. The software will not understand that what do you mean by male, what do you mean by female, what do you mean by age. The software will not understand. But if we codify the detail that I have obtained from the respondent, the software will understand that numerical digits. So we need to codify that how we will measure the gender, whether it is either male or female. So we can denote these number. For example, we can denote the male by 1, female by 0 or 2. In the same way, we can categorize the age into different categories, like 18 to 25 we can categorize by 1, 26 to 30 we can categorize by 2, 30 to 40 we can categorize by 3. So we need to assign some numerical digits. So this is called the code book. So in this way, you can create the code book. Like in the marital status, you can see that he has codified different numbers. Like for single, he has codified number 1. For steady relationship, he has codified 2. In eastern countries like Pakistan, India, and some of the Asian countries, we may have 3 options for marital status. The person may be an unmarried person, we can codify by 1. The person may be a married person, we can codify by 2. And the person may be divorced, we can codify it by 3. In the same way, the other information, you can codify the detail to enter into the SPSS. He has also codified the variable, like one of his variable is life satisfaction, and he has given the Likert scale codification, strongly disagree to strongly agree. There are two types of scale normally the researcher use. The first one category is called 5-point Likert scale, and the second one category is called 7-point Likert scale. Most of the researcher use 5-point Likert scale as per the previous studies, as per most of the literature, but you can also use the 7-point type of Likert scale. So this is the codification of the statement of your variables. So when you done codification, you can easily enter your data into the SPSS software. I can show you the simple examples that how can I code a questionnaire. For example, there is a questionnaire you can see as a screen. This is basically a questionnaire that I conducted a study 2 years ago. So first of all, I given information about myself, about my study, that what kind of study I am going to conduct. This was the study to find out the relationship between financial knowledge and investment behavior of individual residing and working or doing business in different areas, urban or rural areas of Punjab, Pakistan. The researcher would like to start the primary data collection by asking some questions. So he may put the main part of the exploratory data into context for the analysis purpose. So here is basically the introductory detail of my questionnaire. In the first part, I have previously said, that the first part normally consists of the information related to the demographic detail of your survey respondent. So when you are collecting data from a respondent, you need to ask some questions. So if he is convenient, he will let you his name, his age, his gender, his qualification, his or her occupation, job location, residential location. Most of the people in Pakistan from India or Asian countries are reluctant to tell their monthly income. But if the person is convenient to let you know, he can click any of the option. Then in the second part, you may ask different questions in terms of statement in order to measure your variable. Like I would like to measure the financial knowledge, and I have used strongly disagree to agree on a 5-point Likert scale. So I would like to ask the respondent whether he is agree, disagree, or neutral on these statement. From these statement, I would ask the respondent about their agreement or disagreement, and from these statement I will let the software know the numerical values only. The software will not understand what the statement means. The software will only understand these numerical digits. So whatever the digit the respondent the respondent answers, whatever the digit he answers will be valuable for the software, that is SPSS 27. In the same way, I would like to ask the information related to my dependent variable. So if I need to codify this detail, how can I do that? So I have also prepared a code book and an exemplary code book for this purpose. Like for gender, I have codified 0 and 1. I am representing male by 1 and female by 0. So it is your choice whether you are representing male by 1 and female by 2, or you are representing male by 1 and female by 0. It is your choice. You need to tell the software that what that digits mean. In the same way, you can categorize the age, because different people might have belongs to a different category of age. So you can categorize the age. If a person is, for example, 21 years old, he will select this age category. So what does mean by this age category? This means two. In the same way, marital status you can categorize as per your convenience. In the same way, qualification you can categorize as per your convenience. Occupation you can categorize as per your convenience. So in this way, you can codify your book, while the codes of your variables are already available. You can see, for financial knowledge, I have codified the strongly disagree to strongly agree with 1 to 5. These are the codes. So the statements are already codified, so you don't need to codify it. So if I give you a task to create a code book on a questionnaire, you can easily create it. I will share you some other detail related to the questionnaire and related to the code book. I have exemplified one example. Let me show you another example. Like this is a questionnaire. You can see here is another study that I conducted about 2 or 3 years ago. I skipped the title, but you need to tell in your study, in your questionnaire, that what is your study about, what you are basically going to find out in your study. You will let the respondent know that what you would like to know, what are the rules of filling this questionnaire. Like I have established some rule that the respondent need to be a banker, the respondent need to be a branch manager, the respondent need to have a minimum 3 years experience, the information provided by the respondent must be complete in all respect. And then I created the demographics section and I asked different questions. Then I have created a number of statement, and I can codify these also 1 to 5. So there are a lot of statements here you can codify easily. So when you adopt a questionnaire from a study, it will become the adopted. And when you change some parts of this study, it will become the adapted questionnaire. So 10 minutes remaining for the first session. I would like to share you the questionnaire of a study, and I would like to uh, create a code book on the basis of it. I will share this questionnaire. You might have 10 minutes to complete the code book creation of this questionnaire, so we can proceed further in the next subsession. In the meanwhile, I will open up for discussion if you have any question relevant to this. So please remember, this is the first session, the small session. We have two more sessions today. So you can open up questions relevant to this discussion that I have provided right now. So I will open up. Any one of you want to ask any question can raise hand. Any one of you want to ask any question can raise hand. Or I uh, exchange this questionnaire with you. You can create a code book. Just a minute. Maybe some people are sending messages. I will see and respond accordingly. Just a minute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, this is Hina Arif. Actually, I just want to know that is there any particular criteria to select 7 point or 5 point Likert scale?
It depends upon the base study. If you are adopting a base study, they would provide you the pros and cons of selecting a 5 point Likert scale and 7 point Likert scale. There are some evidence in support of 5 point Likert scale, and there are also some evidence in support of 7 point Likert scale. Sometimes when you adopt the 5 point Likert scale, you may not have the desired result in your analysis. So people normally prefer the 7 point Likert scale to get the results as per their hypothesis. Because in Asian countries, especially
Okay.
in Pakistan and India, the people are not very much mature to answer a questionnaire in the way as it needed.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
All right, I will share.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, yes. Walaikum assalam.
This is Kaikasha. So I have a question that, as you have said earlier, that there are two kind of questionnaire version. First one is adopted, and second one is adapted. So
Yes.
I have a question that to what extent changes can be made in adapted version? There should be some limitations or some restrictions.
I think you can create changes in a
Changes to what
small
extent?
proportion,
Okay.
small proportion
Okay.
of the statement. If
Okay.
that changes are very significant, if you are changing more than 30%, yeah, more than 40% of the text, then you need to check the
Okay.
EFA, which is exploratory factor analysis. If you are changing
Okay.
only one word or two words in a statement, you doesn't need to apply the you doesn't need to apply the EFA. You can apply the CFA. There are these are the techniques like confirmatory factor analysis, and the second one is basically the first one is exploratory factor analysis, and the second one is confirmatory factor analysis. So when you create
Okay.
huge changes in your you can say the statement, you need to apply the exploratory factor analysis. So I have shared a questionnaire with all of you guys. You need to create a code book on the basis of this questionnaire, so that we can understand that you have achieved a level 1 on this scenario. In the meanwhile, I try to install the software that I forgot to install the last night. And till then, you kindly create a code book on the basis of this questionnaire that I have shared. Any other question? I think there is no question. Can we have a break, a small break of 15 minutes? Till then, you complete this task of creating a code book of the questionnaire. All right. All right. Let's meet at 6:50 p.m. So there is a small break of 15 minutes. Till then, you complete the task of making or creating a code book on the basis of the questionnaire that I have provided, and I install the software that I forgot to install. So we will meet at 6:50 p.m. Use the same link that you previously used to join basically this Zoom meeting. So use the same link, but after 15 minutes.